Hi, welcome again to another episode of Goalpost Gossip, the podcast where football meets banter. Yeah, I'm your host, Alton. Let's dive into it. Well, today we're going to talk about international football because, as you all know, we're on international break. So we're going to be talking about international football. First thing we're going to talk about is Alan freak accident. Yes, it is believed that the Norwegian Football Association and Manchester City, of course, do have Holland scared. Why? Because Holland decided to walk into a baggage door. Yes, and he got a busted lip and all that stuff, blood all over the place and so forth and so on. But nobody had actually know the current status of the or should I say the amount of damage that occurred when that happened until he went to the hospital and they realized, all right, it's not that bad. It's just a busted lips, and they gave him a few stitches, and he's back up and running. But yeah, they do have a little scared, I would say, because that's their main man, and that's also Manchester City's main man. So, I mean, you could understand why everyone was kind of fearful of the worst, that something may happen that kept him out for a couple match. But yes, it is clear that Alan is all good after a couple of stitches, and he's all good. So you will see Alan in Premier League this weekend. Yeah, you will. Yeah. Okay, next point we want to touch on is the Jamaica Reggae Boys. Jamaica Reggae Boys. And we all know that Jamaica Reggae Boys do not have a easier path to World Cup than what they have this time around. Yes, they play Bermuda, I think Tuesday before this podcast dropped, yeah. And they won handsomely as expected. But the bigger test is coming, which will be after this podcast. They're going to be playing Trinidad. So let's see if Jamaica can beat Trinidad because, I mean, it's an easy path for Jamaica. And if the Reggae Boys don't make it to the World Cup this time around, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I should be watching the Reggae Boys anymore. Which is the truth. I can't be watching them anymore if they don't make it to this World Cup because it's an easy path. Very, very easy path. All right. And to that, we're going to be talking about Brazil. You all know that Brazil is my favorite national team. Why? Because I love the way our Brazilians play football. You know, attacking football. Goals, goals, goals. I want to see goals, man. I don't want to see 11 players sitting behind the ball. No, sir, I don't want to see that. So, Brazil, they demolished Chile. Of course they did. Demolished Chile like Chile. Chile? Oh. Yeah, Brazil demolished Chile. And what make it even better? Chelsea wonder kid Estavio scored his first goal for Brazil. And that is really good for Chelsea. Of course, Joe Pedro. What am I talking about? Joe Felix. He did score also, but you know that's a thing of the past. But Pedro do score also. Didn't score, I should say, but he do play well for Brazil also. So that is a very, 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 very good look for Chelsea. A very, very good look for Brazil and for the young man. Manchester United just can't get a break because Casemiro, Casemiro thought that he had scored and he's running off celebrating, but offside Casemiro. So there's no positivity. He is bringing him back to Manchester United. Not like I'm celebrating the downfall of Manchester United, but most people just been happy on the Manchester United wagon just because they had a history, and now they see what happened. They can't jump off, because nobody want them over on the other side. All right, so let them stay. But Casemiro was celebrating, thought that he scored, but nah, he didn't. So I'm not laughing at Casemiro, but I'm just laughing at my friends who are Manchester United. I'm just laughing at them. Okay, on to other news. Messi was out of Argentina game. Also, Messi made a statement that he hasn't made up his mind if he's going to be playing in next year World Cup. It's like he don't know yet. But I'm pretty sure Messi gonna be there. Like, Messi gonna be there. Ronaldo gonna be there, and Messi gonna be there. And I'm pretty sure that gonna be their last World Cup anyway. They have to retire. There's no way these guys gonna be playing World Cup at 40 something. I mean, players do it, but I don't think these guys really need to do it. So Messi hasn't played, and he hasn't decided if he want to be a part of the World Cup squad. He haven't decided yet. And also the game that Messi just missed, that would make him the all-time South American leader in international football. Yeah, he would. But I mean, he's still going to get more chances because I don't think Messi is ready to retire from international football. Messi got some more to go with him. At least one more World Cup. So, yeah. But for this time, Messi is still up in doubt. But he will be playing. All right. Other major news that happened this past week is the U.S. national team. The U.S. men team got beaten by Korea. And Sang score. So, I mean, Sang is now playing here in MLS. So I guess he found his new love, I guess, new home. Sang is always enjoying his football. I always love to see Sang happy because he's a very great footballer. Seems like a very great person, a great human being. So he scored against U.S. men's national team, and they lost. I think it was 2-0 or 3-0. One of them, I don't remember what was the score, but I know they lost, which is not a very good look for U.S. men's national football team. Which says this to say that they automatically get a spot for the World Cup. So that's good. But let's see how well they progress in World Cup next year. Mean that it's on home ground, right? Let's see how well. All right, moving on to England national team. Everyone know that Premier League is my league. So I admire a lot of the England players, of course. But I don't know. Over the years, all these years, England not winning anything, and they always seem to have such a great squad and all that stuff. But they're just not winning nothing. But they win this game. Congratulations to England. Boo to Declan Rice. He scored. I guess he's going to bring in that positivity into the weekend match against Burnley. I think they play Burnley. Is it Burnley? Yeah, I think so. I think they play Burnley. Oh no, Forest. They play Forest. Liverpool play Burnley. Forest. So let's see if he bring that positivity over. But Declan Rice is a very good player. I'm pretty sure he's feeling very confident. Very, very confident, which is boo. You know what I mean? But yeah, England do won. They dominate that game, of course, as expected. France, Dembele and Doué is out due to injury, but Dembele and Doué missing from the France national team. It was no problem. They won handsomely in their match, but speedy recovery to Dembele and Doué. They are two exciting players. I love watch Dembele. I love watch Doué. Exciting football. I love exciting football. So speedy recovery to them both. Also, we're going to end this episode by talking about Victor Osimhen, who picked up an injury. And it says it's a skin bone edema, which is also described as a skin bruise. A shin bruise, I should say, which he picked up during their game against Rwanda. I think that's what the team is called. The country is called Rwanda. Wanda. Yeah, Wanda. He picked up that injury and it ruled him out of upcoming game. Maybe rule him out of, the remainder of the World Cup qualifier. That's what they're predicting, but hopefully that's not it. That's not the case for Victor, because we need Victor in football. Very exciting player. At one point I needed him at Chelsea. I would still take him at Chelsea, but the deal just never would come true. So my question here is, like, which team do you think, which national team do you support, I should say, and do your players for your club play well? Let me know in the comments below. Also, I should have touched on Cucurella. Cucurella do score for Spain, which is another plus for Chelsea. Marc Cucurella, oh my goodness. He scored for Chelsea and Spain won handsomely again. And Chelsea players shine. So yes, it is very good. So until then, I'm your host, Alton, checking out. Please join us in the next episode of Goalpost Gossip.